What's going on, guys? We're back after not too long of a hiatus for the Texas trip, but you know, now we're here at our home park, which I haven't been to this park other than Winterfest in over a year. So I'm excited to get back on, you know, Diamondback, which I think is a good ride. Not a great hyper, but a good ride. Ryan and Banshee, which
Ryan has the same thing. Not a great Giga, but still a good ride.
Exactly. And we're here with Keller, obviously. Keller, you've seen in multiple videos. He's a classic here on the channel.
Oh yeah, OG.
And I believe he's been here already this year, but he's telling me Banshee's running good this year, actually, which is probably borderline top 5 in the park for me right now. So I'm hoping it can go up in my rankings for B&M inverts. And Keller says he thinks it will, so I'm ready for this for sure. All right, guys, we're in the park, about to head to Diamondback for early entry. Keller, what are your thoughts right now on Diamondback?
If I was gonna give you the most middle of the pack average roller coaster ever, it'd be Diamondback.
Gotcha. That's a good description. That's probably what I would say too. So, but we'll give you a more in-depth review once we ride it. Just got my first ride of the year on Diamondback, and I didn't even realize that they like slightly repainted it, and we rode it in the front row. Really fun. Definitely one of my better rides I've had on it. It was running good today. The floater was very solid. Still, you know, not my favorite ride in the world, but it's really a nice ride to just, you know, chill out on. It's not very intense whatsoever, but it's definitely a fun ride with great restraints and solid air time. What do you think, Keller?
That was a great summer morning ride. It was like a cool 70. You're going fast, you're getting the chilly air. Oh, it was great. It was really good.
Yeah, that's perfectly stated. And we actually graduate, our last day of high school is in 3 days. So we're trying to do like a last weekend of high school Kings Island trip and getting some rides in our home park. So definitely been really fun so far. About to head into Area 72 and get a much needed ride on my least favorite Giga coaster, Orion. Still a good ride. Would still put it in my top 3 in the park for sure. But today we're gonna judge. I'm gonna come up with my new opinions on what the top 3 in the park are. What do you think, Keller?
Sounds good to me.
I would agree with that. All right, guys, we just got our ride on Orion. We got front row. I just really love the speed in the front on that thing. It's still my favorite B&M at the park. It's got some solid pacing for sure. And the airtime is decently strong for a B&M. Some good floater, but it does leave, the layout leaves things to be desired, in my opinion. Keller, what do you think?
I mean, obviously, the drop, 300-foot drop, it's great. The speed is great. But everything else, just kind of there's that one airtime hill. Other than that, just kind of meh.
That's my thoughts on this ride as well. Barely hangs on to a spot in my top 50. And out of all the B&M hyper / gigas, this is like middle of the pack to me, even though it's a giga.
Yeah, you got to think like if Diamondback had the height and speed, I mean, Diamondback's elements are way better.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Better.
I'm with you there for sure. But I think we're gonna get a ride on Flight of Fear, which should be something I've heard in a couple of years. So let's get it. We just rode the worst coaster in Area 72, Flight of Fear. First time we've ridden Flight of Fear in a long time, so that's why we wanted to ride it. It's one of the most gimmicky, whack rides, but it's so funny. Like, it's not like my least favorite ride by any means, but it's also like kind of sucks, but it's funny. Like, if that makes sense. Keller, what'd you think?
I didn't think it was possible for any ride to be more jerky than the Beast. but Flight of Fear has accomplished that.
It really has. Like, I think the one at Kingston Indian's way better, if I'm being honest, way smoother. After riding that last year, I believe that was on video, so you guys can go check out what I said about that, because I can't remember. But as we look in the distance, though, look at Diamondback's color scheme. Like, so it's so good, but like it's so inconsistent on the ride because some parts aren't done yet. But yeah, overall, pretty fun time, even though it was jerky and kind of sucked.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we have a new area opening to the park, Adventure Court, this summer. It's gonna be interesting. It's weird how this used to be a path, now it's blocked off. But it's gonna be really interesting for sure. We'll see how that is. Maybe they'll even add like a new like coaster or something at some point, but we'll see.
Looks like they're retheming Adventure Express.
Yeah. Does seem like that. That's closed right now, then I would assume.
Yeah, and then Soul Spin. That's a new one.
Yeah, new ride, like the one at Kentucky Kingdom.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So I've been one in the past to say that Banshee is my least favorite invert. Keller, it's moved up one spot. It's moved ahead of Silver Bullet. I think it's better than Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm. But I don't think it's an elite invert by any means. I think the layout's elite.
Yeah.
But the restraints, the way it runs, just aren't quite elite to me. What are your thoughts?
I had a really great ride on it like a few weeks ago. I mean, great ride, really smooth, really intense. And I got on it today and I was just let down.
Yeah, it's still a solid ride, number 4 in the park, but it leaves some things to be desired from some other inverts. But we're about to go get some food. We might record that, I don't know. How was your food, Mr. Foltz?
It was amazing, per usual.
Per usual, Panda Express. Yeah, it's the go-to here at Kings Island.
Hits the spot.
To us. Out here in the Fest House. Just got a ride on Boo Blasters on Boo Hill. A fun ride, a classic here at our home park, Kings Island. It's pretty fun in general. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's no crazy ride, but
it's a great ride for when you've ridden all the rides you want and you're just like, what's even here? And then you think to yourself, Boo Blasters on Boo Hill? And everybody's face lights up. That's pretty much how you can explain it.
I really don't think there could have been possibly a better explanation than that. I really don't. Keller, are you ready to find out what's in the shed?
What's in the shade?
All right, guys, we just got a ride on Mystic Timbers, the GCI. I have ridden this more recently than the other rides here because I went to Winterfest. I'm just gonna say this right now. It's the best in the park. Keller, what do you think?
Not even close. Best in the park.
Yeah, like the airtime and intensity of this ride, it's got the best of both categories in the entire park, in my opinion. The pacing's really good. The smoothness. It's one of the best GCIs. It's probably not as good as Ghost Rider. Definitely not as good as Ghost Rider. But it's still kind of like close to that category of like Thunderhead and Texas Stingray. And it's definitely better than White Lightning and all those other GCIs for sure. Really loved it.
Yeah, we got it in the back row, and the way that it just pulled us over that drop, it was awesome. Great ride.
No doubt about it. He couldn't have said it any better. Just got pretty wet on, what's it called? Snoopy's?
I don't even know. It's the canoe ride.
The Charlie Brown, yeah, flume ride. Pretty fun. Just got a back row ride on Diamondback later in the day. It feels warmed up for sure. I still like the color scheme a lot. The airtime in the back is still really, it's a different type of airtime. It's more like a delayed reaction airtime, but I love it. Definitely a fun ride. Keller, what'd you think of the back?
A little bit of information. Hold on. Somebody looks like they just fell in the bushes over there. Turn the camera, please.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, someone fell in the bushes, but
Anyway, a little bit of information for Diamondback is if you're in the back row and you have your hands up, the water will spray and soak you.
Yeah, me and him both decided to do it that time. So that was fun.
But it was good.
Yeah.
I think I still like the front row better, but I can see why people say the back is better.
Yeah, I'm with him there.
It feels like two completely different rides, honestly.
Yeah, that's how I see it. And I prefer the front as well, but they're both good experiences. All right, we just got to ride on the Racer. One of the most classic, if not the most classic roller coaster at Kings Island. and with the retracts, and we got front row, all that. It was a smooth ride with some solid airtime, very fun. I liked it a lot. What'd you think, Keller?
The retract completely changed the ride for me. It was so much better this time. And yeah, I mean, they did a great job making a classic roller coaster back to when it was at its prime.
I would agree, 100%. I just wanted to get Keller Foltz's review of Delirium, which we just rode. Give it to me.
It's pretty crazy. I mean,
That it is. It's a fun.
I wouldn't say it's a premier flat ride, but it ain't bad.
You know, that's exactly what I would say. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for our day here at our home park, Kings Island.
Great day.
Really good day. We
Got to ride everything we wanted to ride. Multiple times on some.
Yep. Yeah,
Good time.
Yeah, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers were both really good today. Orion, still a good ride for sure.
Sure.
All the rides here were good. Banshee was solid. Racer was pretty good as well.
Yep.
But overall, good day. See you guys next time.